I'll create the project. I'll create the project name as learning functions. Right click on the source folder and then create the package. So always package name should be the start with small letter. Yes, good. Then we'll have the class. So class, I'll have usage of functions. I'll just get. Then I'll have my main function. Okay, so we know how to execute a program. So Sizzle, hello world, if I give how to execute. So if I want to execute, right click and then run as Java application. This will execute me the program. So main is an executable function. So like that, we have some set of information that need to be printed. So for example, Sizzle Monday, Sizzle Tuesday, Sizzle Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sizzle Monday. Then I'll print some dashes. Then I want to print the same statements again.
I think I have attended this session, the one which you are telling now, functions regarding.
Oh, functions here. You have an idea on that?
Yeah. Instead of giving the repeated
Cool.
system out dot print, so we have to write that after the what is that, print statement, right?
Correct. Yes.
After the main function ends.
Yes, correct. Yes. So I'll just give this alone. So now I'll execute this program. I want my output to be printed like this. So there are 7 lines of code which has been repeated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times has been repeated. Think over if it is actually about 200 lines of code which just need to be printed for 10 times. What will happen? Totally 2000 lines of code will be increased. So that will gradually decrease the performance of the application. That's the biggest challenge here. So to avoid this one, we will use the help of the functions. So how functions will be written means. The same set of statements can be repeated in functions like this. If we have this, so what is that statement which has been repeated? This Monday to Sunday is what repeated. So what I can do, I can have here a function like this. Void method 1. This is how a function will be written. This is my method name. Void is the return type. So that means always a function will have a return statement. But void means you don't want to return any value. Okay. Instead of void, if we have integer, I should return an integer value. Okay. In methods, the reference will be the data types here. Okay. As which data type I'm giving, that data type value I need to pass. If it is string, I need to return a string value. If it is Boolean,
True or false.
yes, I need to return true or false. That's it. So as of now, I will have void. Void means I don't want to return any value. Okay. So then here I will have those statements. Same as like variables. Okay. So our functions also will be of static or non-static. Static method means I can call it with reference of a class name. Non-static method means I should create an object and then with the help of the object I can call it. So I'll have it. This is how we'll have it here. Now these places, what I will do means I will call this method. The method name is method1. So I will remove this step. Then if functions usage dot, then method1. All these places I will replace with this. That's it. Then I'll right click, run as Java application. That's it. This is how we can get me the output here. Clear? Right click, run as Java application. This will get me the output here. Clear? So here right now, I told you if it is non-static, I need to create a object. So how non-static means what I need to do here? Instead of function usage, what I need to do means before that I should create an object. Function usage obj1 equal to new function usage. That's it. Instead of functions usage, everywhere I should refer it with help of the object name. That's it. Clear? Same thing here. Right now it is void. Okay, I told you it's integer means I need to return an integer value. So now we'll see how to capture those things, the functions return types. Any questions on this? You're clear now?
Yeah, I'm clear.
Functions return type. Then we'll have this. So I'll have another method here. Void so here I'll call this method. I'll create an object equal to functions return type. Now if I want to call this method, what I need to do is obj1 yes dot method1. So now this will call this method, correct? This is a normal method. Now I will have another method, integer method2. So method2 I'll have. Okay, so it's throwing me an error. So if I mouse over, it's saying you can add a return statements, otherwise you change the return type to void here. Okay, that's what we need to do. Change the return statements, otherwise make it to void. That's the only change. So now I'll add the return statement. That means return an integer value. 0 is the return value. Otherwise, I can change to some other value. Return 10. Okay. So now, how I can call this method? Simple. obj1 dot method 2. This will go and call me the method. So when I run this, run as Java application, is printing me method and method 2. So both are doing the same thing. But what is the usage of this returning the value? So if you see here, obj1 dot method 1, it's saying that actually what? It is void. Here it's showing integer. So that means the value which is going to be returned when you call this method is an integer. If you want, you can store it under the integer value. Okay, that's what it's saying. It's the value which will be returned as an integer. If you want to store it as an integer value, you can store it. So I'll store this as integer value. Now I'll have here, okay, integer a is equal to. Okay, now what will happen? This will go and call me this method. It will print me method 2. Then it will return the value 10 to this place. That 10 will be stored under the a variable. Now if I print this, so a, that will print me 10 here. That's how it is. Clear for everyone? Anyone has any questions?
No.
Okay. So this is about return types. Same thing. Now, can you tell me, you have to write a method which will return a Boolean value, and then I want to capture it as a in a Boolean variable and then print it.
Boolean method 3.
Super. Method 3.
System.
Awesome. Yes, super. In double quotes, we'll have method 3.
Return.
Yes, return.
Return true or false.
Yes, true or false. Now I want to call this method.
Boolean.
Boolean.
We can take any variable, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Equal to
B is equal to.
OB.
Object name is obj1. So that's why this objects will have all the what is it? Static and then non-static members here.
Dot method 3.
Yes, dot method 3. So now what will happen?
Yes, system dot out of
And B. So now when you run it, it prints me method 3 and then true extra. So in case if I'm going to do like this, what will happen? Now can you tell me, instead of capturing it under a variable, if I give it as like this, can you tell me what will be my output? So for this statement when it executes, can you tell me what will be my output? obj1 dot method 3, what it will do?
The output is true.
This will what will happen? This will go and call me the method, prints me method 3,
Okay.
then returns me true. Okay, so what will happen? This will go here. Okay, then after that what will happen? System.println, it will print me true here. So instead of capturing it as a variable and then printing, here what I'm doing, I'm calling the method and then the return value directly I'm printing it. Instead of capturing it under a variable, directly I'm utilizing it. That's what I do. Clear now? Understood for you?
Yeah, I'm clear now.
Clear now? Cool. So now next. This is about functions return type. Next we'll see method overloading. That is all, or function overloading. What is this method overloading means? So right now, I cannot have the same method name like this. Okay, what will happen? That will be a duplicate. It will be throwing an error, change the method name. Same thing, integer A we are given. Can we give it a second boolean A? No, it's a duplicate. Why means when I'm calling it as actually what the variable name or the method name, it will not know which method or the which variable to be called if you have the same name. That's why it gives us a duplicate error. So in order to avoid this, what we do means, okay, so what is this method overloading means? That is a same method acts in different forms. Okay, a same method acting in different forms. So it is like this: void method 1. Okay, again I can have void method 1. It's throwing me error. If I make it as integer, then also it does not work for me. For sure, it's a duplicate method only. So, but in the argument, in this braces level, if I give some argument, so here I will just give it as integer A. What will happen? This will be treated as a different memory location. Okay, it will be treated as a different memory here. That's what it will be given. This will be treated as a different method. Same thing, I'll have void method 1 double B. If I again have here it as integer, it will be treated as a duplicate. Okay, so based on the argument, I can differ a method which has the same name. Clear? This will be called as default method. A method which does not have argument is called as a default method. A method which has an argument, okay, it's an integer argument method. Okay, same thing. This will be double argument method. So the variable which has been used in this argument will be treated as a local variable for this method alone. Okay, this double B will be treated as a local variable for this method alone. So if I can also print plus A, if I give, what will happen? It will print integer argument method, and then the value which is passed to this integer argument, that will be printed here. Same thing. Yeah. Okay. So if I want to call this method, I will create an object for this class method overloading. So now if I want to call this method, what I need to do, just obj1 dot method 1. Can you see everything is treated as a different method? So for this 2, method 1 and then method 1 double B, void is the return type. Method 1 integer, it's a integer is the return type. Why? Because here the return type I'm giving it as integer. If I again make here also it's void, means that's also return type is void. I don't need to return any value. Clear? So obj1 dot method 1 double B. So I'll need to pass 10.50. obj1 dot method 1 integer A. So that will I need to pass an integer value. Clear? When I run this, so first it creates an object, then obj1 dot method 1. This will go and call me this. Okay, here I'm not passing any argument, so it will go and call me this method. So prints me default method. Next one, obj1 dot method 1 10.50. This will go and call me the double, because this is accepting the double argument. Prints me double argument method, and then the value for it is 10.50. Then this is passing in integer argument, goes and call me this method. So prints me integer argument method plus a, that is 10. Then after that we are returning 10, but right now we are not capturing. If you want to capture, just give so a. Oh, sorry, integer a. It's like any name for the variable I can just give. It'll print even if I give x. Whatever I give, that will be printed for me. Clear? Any questions on this, Pallavi? It's clear.
Yeah.
You understood, no?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, good. So we'll have a 5 minutes break, and then next we'll see about the constructors. This is about the functions. These are the different things. Next we'll see about the constructors and then the constructor overloading concept. Okay? Yeah, cool. Thank you. Hello. Hey, hi, Pallavi. We'll start the session.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. So now we'll go with the constructors. So I created a class named constructors usage. So now this class. So now I will how a constructor will be written. Okay. So we know how a method will be written. Now we are going to see how a constructor will be written. So if you want to write a constructor, so how it would be written means the class name will be my constructor name. Okay, always by class name will be my constructor name. So it will be written like this: constructor usage. That's it. Okay, same as like method overloading, we have constructor overloading also. So how it will be written in this way? It accepts integer argument, integer and double, integer comma double b. Okay, like this. Default constructor. Just a second. So okay, so sorry for the delay. So now this one, integer argument constructor, then I'll just print it plus a, then scissor integer and double argument constructor. It's going to print me a, then I'll just give a dash plus b. Okay, so how actually to call a constructor? So to a method, we'll directly call this method name with reference to the object name or to reference to the class name based on whether it's a static member or a non-static member. But the same thing, if it is a constructor, how we used to call those constructors means so simple. That is, we need to create an object. We need to create an object. So constructor usage obj1 equal to new constructor usage. That's it. So now when I right click run as Java application, this will go and call me the default constructor. Why? If I'm not passing any argument, it will go and call me the constructor which is matching with that argument. Okay. Same thing. If I'm going to pass here 10, I will pass here 10 here. That means what will happen? This integer constructor, awesome, super. That constructor will be called. Same thing if I pass, if I want to call this constructor, can you tell me how I can pass the value?
10 comma, take any double value, 20.5.
Super, 20.5. Now when I run it, it will call me this one. That's it. This is the way we used to use the constructors here. Okay, na? So when constructors are used means whenever we create an object, if we need to execute some set of statements mandatorily, those time we will be using it in a constructor. That is, methods are when are used means okay, I might be using those methods at any point of time. Okay, I'm not sure actually about Only this particular information, that is method informations, are being called n number of times in various places. Objects are what means any once I will be calling it. Okay, only once I will be calling it. So those informations alone I will keep it in the methods. Oh, sorry, in the constructor. Only once whenever I create the object, that time only I will use the help of this constructors. Those statements alone use it there. Okay, so this is a simple concept here. Methods, you might be using it a number of times, and then you might be using it in different places. Constructors are what means, okay, you will be using those constructors only, sorry, you will be using some set of statements to be executed only when you create the object. Only that time you will be using it, means use the help of the constructors. Okay, now when you right click run as Java application, that's it. This is about constructors. Next one we'll see.
I have one question.
Yes, Palvi.
In the last line, 18th line, you have taken concatenation, right? Plus A and then plus B.
Correct.
Already it was space between A and B, right? So
Sorry. Come on, tell me. Sorry.
We have taken concatenation as plus A and plus B, right?
Correct.
In the middle, you have written in double quotes as minus.
Yes.
So concatenation means already it will give space, right? It is not mandatory to write that minus.
No. Concatenation means joining two words. That's what. It will not give you space. In case if I'm not giving this star, see, okay, I have given here space. This will not be treated as a space there. If you see here, can you see 10, 20.50? Okay. This will not be treated as a space there. Only if I give in double quotes some information, or if I give a space here,
okay,
that will be treated as a space there. Clear? These informations will not be treated as space in the Java or any programming language. That answer your question?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. So now next, we'll see the usage of the static and then non-static initialization block. So we will be calling it as a SIB or IIB. Static initialization block, non-static initialization block. IIB is called as a non-static initialization block. So I'll have this. So how this will be used and then why it has been used. Okay, the static and non-static blocks are not used in Selenium. It's for the interview preparation only. So how a static block will be written means we'll have a keyword called static and then we'll have a flower base information. So any information that comes in the flower braces are called as a block. Okay, anything that comes in a flower braces are called as a block. If I have a keyword called static, it's a static initialization block. If I don't have any keyword, this is called as a non-static initialization block. So if I print so static block 1, this I will print so non-static block 1. Okay, so here I'll just give program starts program ends. Right click, run as Java application. If you see, right click, run as. So before executing the main function, still now actually what main function we told is a executable function that will be executed first. But before that, if we have the static block, okay, static block, if we have, always a static block will be executed. You can have these blocks anywhere. It can be here or after the main function or anywhere you keep. Always static blocks will be executed first. After that only your main function will start to execute. Okay, So static blocks and then main function will be called by default. Non-static blocks will not be called by default. Always is a known thing. Non-static members can be called only with the help of the object alone. So how to create the object means? So for that, I'll just give SIB underscore IIP. Okay, I'll create the object SIB underscore IIP. OBJ1 equal to new SIB IIP. Okay, I can create an object here. Whenever I create the object, right click, run as Java application. That time, those blocks will be called. Clear? Static initialization block and non-static initialization blocks are called. Okay, sorry. Static blocks are called by default. Non-static blocks are called whenever I create the object. See, first static block is being executed. Then my main function starts to execute. Program starts. Then I'm creating an object. That time the non-static blocks are executed. Okay, so I'll just give. Then now again I will create another object, which is obj2. Now when you run the program, you can see the non-static block is again called. So non-static block will have multiple copies. That is, static blocks always will have, static members always will have only single copy, which will be executed only once in the program, entire program. But the same thing, non-static members, what will happen means, each and every time whenever we create the object, okay, each and every time whenever we create the object, those non-static blocks are called. Clear now?
Yeah.
That's what, yeah. I can have n number of static blocks and non-static blocks. I'll have 3 static blocks. 2 non-static blocks if I have. So what happened? I'll just move those places here to see the entire program. So when I execute this program, right click, run as Java application. You can see static block 1, 2, 3. First, all the static blocks are being executed sequentially first. Okay. Then after that, program starts. Then after that, what happened for us? So system.println prints the dashes here. Clear? Then after that, I'm creating an object. Then system.println program ends. That's it. Clear? Everyone understood this concept? Anyone has any question? You understood, Pallavi?
Yeah, I got.
Okay. This is about the static initialization block. Okay. So now we'll see in another program. A program which consists of the entire information. Okay, just give me a minute. It will open. So now we'll see about the static blocks. We'll execute this big program. So if we execute this one, we'll be having an understanding how static and non-static blocks are being executed. So I'll paste this program here. So we'll execute this program. So whenever we execute a program, what will happen? A memory location will be created for it first. That's what first it will happen. So first it's going to create me one memory location. Then the first memory which will be loaded into the memory name will be SIB_IAB. The first memory which will be loaded into the memory is the static pool. Yes, super. Now what will happen once the static pool is loaded? What are the members will be loaded into it?
Static int I is equal to
Super. All the static members. One is static in J. Next, this blocks also. Static. Totally 3 static blocks we have. All the 3 static blocks will be loaded. Then after that,
local memory.
then we have the sample method. Then my main function. Then my main function. These all things will be loaded. Clear now? Okay, so for me, all these members are loaded now. So next, what will happen now for us? The first, which memory will be loaded?
Int I is equal to
Static blocks. So that means first static blocks will be executed. Correct?
yeah.
So now these static blocks will start to execute. So first one, SAB1. As per sequential order, each and every members will be loaded for us. Correct? So first SAB1. Then int k equal to 40. This will be a local variable for this static block. Okay. Then I'm creating an object for the object inside the static initiation block. What happened? It creates me one object here. So I'm going to create an object which is obj1. Now, once we create the object, what I told, all the non-static members will be loaded. Sorry, all the non-static all the global members will be loaded. Correct? So what are the global members? Here we have these 3 members. Correct? So these 3 static and non-static variables. Then after that, my non-static blocks. So there are 2 non-static blocks. So it will load IAB1, IAB2. These 2 things will be loaded for me. Okay. Then for me, we have this static void sample and then void sample 1. These 2 also will be loaded. This one and then void sample 1. Also my main function also will be loaded. Okay, all these members are loaded right now. Anything else apart from that we have? No, that's it. So all this. Then after that, we told the non-static blocks will be executed first when we create the object. Correct? So what are the non-static blocks? We'll see once. Just a second. So now the non-static blocks, it will be created. So first IIB1, which will be executed for us. So for that, IIB1, that will be executed for us. So now what will happen? The first, this block IIB1. So it will print me non-static block 1. Okay, this is what first will be printed. Non-static block 1 will be first printed. Then after that, m is equal to 40. So what will happen? It will go and check whether do we have m variable here? No. So where this object is created, it's created from, sorry, the non-static block, it's created from this place. From this object 1. Correct? So where this object is created, this object is created from where? From the static initiation block. This is how the memory came. Where the static initiation block came? It came from this place. Clear now? This is how each and everything came. Okay, so now next. Okay, so IB1, first non-static block 1 will be created. M is equal to 40. So what happened? It goes and checks, do we have M variable here? No. Then where the memory is created? It is created from this place. Do we have M variable here? Yes, we have, which is a non-static member. Now what will happen? There the value 40 will be assigned. Understood now? Why this becomes as 40 in the object?
Yeah.
Okay, so m equal to 40. Then after that system.println, I'm printing the m. So it prints me m here, m, and then what is my m value here? Do we have here? No. Then after that here do we have m, that is prints 40. Just a second, it prints here. So now system.out.println m prints me m and then 40. Then next j is equal to 30. Do we have j variable here? No, we don't have. It goes here. Go to the object. Do we have j variable here? Yes, we have, which is a static member. So static members alone, what will happen when we are assigning equal to 40 here? Okay, so this value will be assigned all over the places. So static members comes from the static pool. So there also static members always will have only one copy. So whenever it is assigned, the value will be assigned everywhere. Okay, so the static member, this reflection is what actually is coming here. Okay, it's not a separate variable here. The same variable which is used here is what reflected here. But non-static members, each and every level, object level will be created separately. That's what. Okay, then system.println j. Oh, sorry. We are here. Sorry. Okay, j equal to 30. Now what happened? My non-static block is executed, the first one. Now it comes out of the block. When it comes out of the block, the memory allocated for it will be deleted by the garbage collector. Then next, the second block will start to execute, which is IAB2. IAB2 will be executed. Now what happened? Goes here. Integer t is equal to 10. It creates a new variable here in the non-static block. Then after that, system.println m plus 10. So what will happen? I'm going to print m, and then what is my m value here? Sorry, m here. So comes here. Do we have m variable here? No. Do we have here m? Yes, which is 40. Here is 40. So non-static blocks alone, you can refer the non-static members directly without creating an object. Why? Because This non-static blocks, how it is called? Anyway, it is called with help of the object only, correct? So that's why in this object only, anyway that information will be taken. Then next, but if it's actually what a static method or something, same thing applies for the non-static method also. Okay, if you are using anything non-static informations, okay, anyway you are going to utilize it help of a method only. So that's why through object only. So that's why directly I can access that variable with the variable itself. If it's a static method, separately we have to create the object and then you have to utilize it there. So now it's going to print me non-static block 2. Non-static block 2. Then next, all the non-static blocks are executed. Then the memory will be deleted by the garbage collector. Memory is deleted by the garbage collector. Now what will happen? The non-static blocks are executed. Now again, control comes to this place wherever it has been called. So this is the place we created that. Then next, integer L is equal to 30. I am going to create a new variable here. It creates a new variable integer L equal to 30. Then J is equal to 20. Okay, so it goes to the static block. Do we have J variable here? No. Next, what will happen? From where that static instruction block memory has been created? It is created from the static pool. Here it goes. Do we have J variable here? Yes, we have. That 40 now it will be replaced to 20. Understood, Parvi, why we are changing it in this place, static pool now? Okay, yes. Because when I refer J variable here in the static instruction block, here we don't have. So where the memory is created from the static pool, goes to the static pool and then prints the, changes the value there to 20. Then prints me the value J. So it goes here. Do we have J variable here? No. Comes to the static pool. The value of that J is what? 20. Then next, static block 1 will be printed. Clear? Then this static block is executed. So garbage collector will come and delete the memory. When this memory is being deleted, what will happen? The object is created from this object, the static block only. So there also it will be deleted. Then next, the second static block will start to execute. So again, and one more block will be created. SIB 2. Okay. So for the second static block, another memory is created. Integer t equal to 10. It creates a new memory. It creates a new memory here. Then now again I'm going to create another object. So now when we create this object, what will happen? It creates an object here, which is obj1. This object belongs to where, from where it's created? From this static instruction block. Then all the global members will be loaded. So integer I, which is a non-static member, I is equal to 100. Then static member is what? In static in J. So J alone, what will happen? It takes from the static pool the latest value, because static members will have only
latest value.
Yeah, only one memory. So only one copy. So the same information will be taken all over the places. Then next we have integer M. Then after that, both the non-static blocks IAB1 and IAB2 will be taken. IAB2. Then next, my non-static method, static void sample. Sorry, static method, and then my non-static method, void sample1. Then even my main function also will be loaded. So I'll take from here itself. So all these members are loaded here. Clear now?
Yeah.
Then next, what will happen? Then after that, my non-static block will start to execute. The first block prints me non-static block 1. Then after that, m is equal to 40. So what will happen? It will go and change the value of m. Right now m value is 0. So that will be changed to 40. Then system.println em. So prints em. What is my m value right now? Goes here. Value is 40. Is printed. Then next, j equal to 30. So yeah, so comes here. J value currently is what? 20. That will be changed to 30. But static members, whenever the value is changed, what will happen?
It will change everywhere.
Yes, it will be changed everywhere. That's it. Then after that, if you see, the non-static block has been executed. Now what will happen? It deletes the memory, whom the garbage collector. Sorry, first I have not created only. Very sorry. So view 1. So for that garbage collector, now it will delete the memory here because we have executed this. Then the second non-static block will start to execute. So now what will happen? Creates another memory, IAB2. IAB2. Now what will happen? Integer t equal to 10. Creates a local variable here, integer t equal to 10. Then prints me the m value, m. Then what's my m value here?
40.
Yes. So checks here. Do we have m variable here? No. Goes here. What is the value here? Is 40. So 40 will be printed. Then next, non-static block 2. Non-static block 2 will be executed. Then it comes out of the non-static block. Then the memory will be deleted by the garbage collector. Then next what will happen? Control comes to the place wherever it is called. So this is the place we have created. Control comes here. Then obj1.I. So here it comes. Do we have I variable? Yes. 100 will be printed. Then J comes to the static block. Do we have J variable here? No. So where the J static block has been created, it is created from this place. So goes here. Do we have the J variable in the static pool? Yes, that is 30. Then next J equal to 40. Now what will happen? that value will be replaced to again 40. Will be replaced to 40. Then it prints the value j. So what the j value here? We don't have here. It goes to the static pool. 40 will be printed. Then next prints me static block 3. Then the next, okay, now this static block has been executed. Now after execution, it will be deleted by the garbage collector. What happened? All the members from that object, that is objects which are all memory has been created, will be deleted now. Then next goes to the next static block. It creates another memory location. Static block SIB 3. Now what will happen? It will print static block 2. Then next what will happen? Now the static block is executed. Now the memory will be deleted. That's it. Okay. Then after all the static blocks executed, now my main function start to execute. Now it will create a local memory for main. So where this is created means from the static pool. From here it's created. Now my main function start to execute. So what will happen? The first step is, okay, so I'll just take these things a little bit top. So first, what will be executed for me? Main method. Main method will be executed. Printer. Then J. Now what will happen? Goes to the main function. Do we have J variable? No. Comes to the static pool. Do we have J variable? Yes. Value will be 40. 40 will be printed. Then next, integer j equal to 70. It creates a new variable. Integer j equal to 70. Then system.println j. So do we have j variable here? Yes. Value of it is 70. Then next, SIB IAB dot sample. SIB IAB is my class name. Dot sample. When I refer with the help of class name, what will happen? Directly the search will go to the static pool. Do we have a sample method here? Yes. What will happen? It creates me a method. So it creates me a method. So the method name is what? Static void sample. Static void sample. So from where it has been created means from this place. Okay. Then next comes down. So what happened? It prints me sample method. Prints me sample method here. Then my execution is done. Now what will happen? It will be deleted by the garbage collector. Okay. Then next. So this is executed sample. Then after that next SIB IAB dot j. So again I'm referring with help of the class name. So do we have j variable here in the static pool? Yes. The value of it is 40. 40 will be printed. Then next, when I come down, I'll again take this. I'll just replace. Now what I'm doing, I'm trying to create the object. So object name is obj1. obj1. So obj1. So now what will happen? It goes to this place. So all the global members are loaded. So what are the global members? We have int I, m, and j. So non-static members, it will take the same value. Static members, what will happen? What is my latest value is 40. So 40 will be taken. Will be taken. Then next, sorry, I'm here. Okay, so now the j value that has been loaded. Then after that, anything else we have? So all the non-static members, IAB1 and then IAB2 also will be loaded. Then my static method and then the non-static method also will be loaded. Static void sample, then my void sample. Then my main function also will be loaded. So all these members will be loaded now. Then next, so all these members are loaded. Then next, what will happen for me? The non-static blocks will start to execute. Yeah, we have IAB 1. Now the non-static block will start to execute for me. So prints me non-static block 1. Then after that, m is equal to 40. So what will happen? Goes and checks here. Do we have m variable here? No, we don't have m variable here. Then do we have in this object? Yes, the value of the m variable is 40. Pallavi, can you mute from your end? Then m. So I'm just printing m. And then do we have m variable here in this IB? No. Goes to the object. Do we have m variable? 40. 40 will be printed. Then j equal to 30. Do we have j variable here? No. Goes to this place. Do we have j variable? Yes. The value of the j variable is what? 40. Now it will be replaced to 30. So next comes out of the non-static block. So when it comes out of the non-static block, the memory is deleted. Then next, the second non-static block will start to execute, which is IAB2. So then IAB2. So integer t equal to 10. It creates me a local variable, integer t equal to 10. Then system.out.println yum. It prints me yum. So what will happen? It's going to print me yum. And then what is the yum value? Do we have here yum? No. From where this memory has been created? From this object. There do we have yum variable? Yes. The yum variable value is 40. 40 will be there. Then prints non-static block 2. Okay, right now it's been there. Non-static block 2 will be printed. I'll just yes, as like this. This will be non-static block 2 will be there. This is what will be printed. Then next, yeah, then the non-static block 2 that is executed. Then the memory will be deleted by the garbage collector. That's what it will do. So now the memory has been deleted. Then next comes to the place wherever the object is created. So comes to this place. Then system.out.println, it's going to print obj1.em. Then prints me obj1.m. So comes here in the object one. M value is what? 40. So 40 will be printed. 40 will be printed. Then obj1.j equal to 25. Goes to the obj1. What is the j value right now? 30. That will be replaced to 25. That's what will happen. Clear? Then next, it's going to print OB. So I'll just these are things are executed as of now. I'll just obj1.j equal plus obj1.j. So prints me obj1.j. Then goes to the obj1. Do we have j variable? Yes, the value of it is 25. Then next prints me j. Then when I refer only the j variable, so which one we are executing right now for us from our end? So it is the main function. Do we have the j variable here? Yes, the value is what? 70. 70 will be printed. So this object is created from this main memory only. Okay. So then j value is printed. Then sib iab.j is going to print. Then sib.iab.j. That means what? Reference of a class name. When I refer with the help of a class name, what will happen? Goes to the static pool. What is the value there?
40.
40 will be directly printed. That's it. Then prints me those dashes. That's it. Okay. So then okay. Then next we have printed here. Then these dashes will be printed. We have printed till there. Now again I'm creating the object. Once again when I create the object, what will happen? Again the non-static blocks will be called. Then after that the non-static blocks one by one it will be executed. Then finally what? Control comes here. Then after that it will be calling obj1.sample, goes and call me the sample method from the object. Okay. So what is that object is? Sample1, that is a non-static method. Goes and call me the sample1 method, prints me sample1 method. Again I'm creating the object. What will happen? Goes and call the non-static blocks, and then finally execution is done. Then finally creates deletes all the non-static all the memories will be deleted by the garbage collector. Clear? Any questions on this, Pallavi? Understood the usage of the functions, constructors, and then static and non-static blocks. Clear now?
Yes.
Okay. So with this, I'll stop it for today. Okay. So tomorrow we'll see about actually what that if conditions and then loops, those stuffs. Okay. Tomorrow also we will have it by morning 7 a.m. or 6:30. Okay, 6:30 or 7 a.m. I'll just confirm you the time alone. Okay.
So what about 7 a.m. class?
No. Today is Saturday and Sunday, na? So the regular
Oh,
sessions are not there. Only Monday to Friday we have those sessions.
okay.
Okay, no?
So you're covering the previous classes which I missed.
Correct. Which classes you have missed, those things are covering now.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, Pallavi. Yeah. Thank you. Bye bye.